Hey guys, so I'm here at the HYBE headquarters and I wanted to give you a quick update on what's been going on with the whole Min Hee-jin war with HYBE. And it's been a little bit quiet, a little bit all too quiet. Now the thing is that last week there was a police investigation, a subpoena of two of Min Hee-jin's associates. So basically, most likely the two vice presidents. She hasn't been subpoenaed yet to come into the police station to be investigated by the Yongsan police station, but one of her two associates were last week. We haven't heard any updates from the police station or from any media reports on what exactly they found, which I guess makes sense and is in line with how we want to have police investigations be unimpeded and make sure that it's done in a fair and quiet manner. Now, the thing is that the laptop, there's no report still that the laptop of Min Hee-jin has been submitted, so that's quite a bit still of a problem, because of course the whole thing that we're working towards in terms of seeing it done from HYBE's side is breach of trust. And if there is breach of trust proven through the evidence that is accepted by Korea's court of law system, then HYBE would basically be able to cancel all of Min Hee-jin's stock options and then reacquire Adore at the price that they invested in. They basically let Min Hee-jin borrow $2 to $3 million. And so basically they would just be out like that. So in that case, that's the perfect scenario because they don't have to fire her and then pay a $20 million penalty fee. Of course, let's first talk about, this look, because this look has become a look, and even apparently the Japanese animation artist that was responsible for some of the designs for the characters of New Jean Supernatural has given a gift of a character of Min Hee-jin, in her press conference outfit. Of course, this is not exactly what she wore. This is Ross Dress for Less that I packed, and this hat also Dress for Less, all clearance because, bargain basement. I mean, this is so ugly, but I had to wear it for you all. I came looking for my children, and they were nowhere to be found here. And they're telling me they went to Japan. Where in Japan did they go? So of course, the New Jeans girls are in Japan, June 26th, June 27th for their fan meeting over at the Tokyo Dome. And that's probably why they're busy. And that's probably why Min Hee-jin is also busy juggling that big Tokyo Dome thing and then also the police investigation into her. Now, the sentiment I think in the public now is becoming a little bit more mixed because people are seeing that she may not be who she claims to be, which is essentially the underdog. Can you really call her the underdog? And she did a great performance, as we all know, wearing this thing and crying in front of the cameras and saying that, she's looking to only protect her children. But when I've talked to people, when I've interacted with them about Min Hee-jin, a lot of people actually don't even really know the specifics. They're not really paying attention too much, even the people that really liked her. So that's why I believe this whole, it's worth it. It is worth, I guess, if you want to do media play, if she wants to flood the media with other things, and she flooded the media with, this character that she got instead of, talking about her police subpoena, because there is this one girl, let's just say I would say she is definitely on the narcissistic spectrum. And it was like a dinner party thing, and she was talking all sorts of whatever, and then she brought up her MBTI, and I was like, oh, that's very close to Min Hee-jin. See if she'd just kind of pick up on the shade. Well, she said she thought it was a compliment. She's like, oh my God, I love her. She's my kind of, I really relate to her. And I don't think she was relating to the underdoggedness of it all. I think she was relating to the underhandedness of it all. And then I told her about like, okay, well, you know about the whole crazy interactions that she had with her shaman, speaking to her as if she's her dead sister on company time, and she didn't even know about that. So that, after she heard that, as kind of similar in personality types to Min Hee-jin as this person was, she was even put off by that and turned off by that. So I think as more of these details come to light, people are going to be getting a whole picture of their opinion of the person behind this situation, where this is not an issue where she is the underdog, but where it looks like she's somebody who cannot be trusted. So it's kind of funny that the whole legal investigation is about breach of trust, and that is the most important thing. And when Min Hee-jin went to the second press conference, I actually think that worked against her, because in a way she obviously sparked this fashion movement, and she sparked this kind of feeling or being represented in Korea's very tough corporate life of being the underdog and being able to have a voice and speak. But then for her to do a complete 180 just weeks after, in the second press conference, where she was basically having the persona of, the corporate executive, people, number one, I think were let down in the sense that they didn't get that dopamine rush of like a crazy kind of like dramatic press conference where she's calling everybody every 4-letter word in Korean and doing all that. And then also there's things like, it seems like a red flag or a little bit inconsistent for somebody to do such a degree turn in their persona. If she had just left it at the clothes and even her message that she was trying to get across, like, compromise, I think people would have let that kind of benefit of the doubt a little bit more. But the fact that she was saying, like, she was contradicting herself there as well, saying like, oh, well, that was just like a heated moment, that's not really me. But then in the press conference where she was wearing this, she was just saying like, this is me, this is how I am, this is how, my personality is, which is basically, that was sort of cover as well for, she's like, oh, the way that we joke and talk is different. It's a little bit odd for normal people, because when you look at the text messages and the evidence of her breach of, or betrayal, is, well, let's just use the words from the court, the betrayal that she was doing against HYBE, if that was all a joke, it should be funny. I don't know why nobody has asked that. Like, all these jokes, because there's a lot of jokes in there, according to her, basically a lot of messages of her scheming and plantation with her 2 deputies, then shouldn't it be funny if it's a joke? But nobody really asked about that. But I think she was preparing for that question by just saying like, that's her type of humor, which, no, I think everybody's just like rolling their eyes, and it's just like, why is that funny? So I think people are second guessing her. People are not so willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. But there's a strange thing, I guess, in Korean public opinion, or just in general, when public opinion shifts against you. Yes, maybe sometimes it's loud, but I have seen cases in Korea where it is silent. It's almost as if like there's an undercurrent in the ocean that just goes the other direction, very powerful and strong, but you can't really see it. But if you're in there, of course, you can feel it. So I kind of feel like that is where a bit the Korean public is just kind of like, we got to move on with our lives. We're doing other things. And in that way, it's just kind of like a silent back turning. We could kind of see initial reactions to this when New Jeans went to Japan for the Tokyo Dome fan meeting and they left out at Kimpo Airport. There was reports saying that, where are the fans? Like, there's usually when they come and go, there's a lot of, you know, screaming fans and people taking pictures. And at Kimpo this time when they left, apparently it was just like silent as the grave, and it was more of like the people who are just already at the airport doing their own business, coming back and forth going like, oh wow, okay, it's them, like, hey. But it was mainly just the paparazzi. And one report said that even the fans, like there are sort of like professional fan paparazzis that go to all of these celebrity areas, like airports and especially to like the music show parking lots, and they're taking pictures with like really wide telephoto lens as well, and they even sell these photos, but apparently there weren't many at the airport. So that's kind of how it plays out usually, is that the support or the, like, you know when you're in deep trouble when there's just this quiet shift against you. And so that's what I'm beginning to sense with this situation. Of course, people love the hysterics and they love the drama that she brings. So maybe when she's done with the Tokyo Dome and she's just like twiddling her thumbs over here up on the 16th floor, all the way up there, then maybe she will have a little bit more time for more theatrical dramatics. So we'll have to wait and see on that. So what do you guys think? I think the next step is that the police need to subpoena Min Hee-jin and ask her to bring her along her laptop. If not, then I think there should be a search and seizure to find her freaking laptop. And I think all the questions will be wrapped up in a nice, tidy manner. Comment below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.